G'day, this video will focus on getting an equation of a polynomial based on a number of points that you've got. It comes from exercise 1.1 and question 7. I'm going to do question 7c and then hopefully you can do the rest of them by yourself. So in order to do these questions, you need to put all of these points that I've been given here into a generalized equation, do a whole bunch of simultaneous equations, and hopefully you'll get to the right answer. So I'll try and set it up now. So 7c, a quartic goes through the point blah blah blah. So I know it's a quartic, so I could have it in turning point form. So y equals a b x minus h all to the power of 4 plus k. But I don't think that's going to be very helpful in this case here, because I don't know the turning point. I don't know h and k. In fact, they've got lots of different points. So I know it's not one of those types of quartics, or it's not in that form at least anyway. It's going to be in a slightly different form. So I'm going to put it in this generalized equation. Y equals a x to the power of 4 plus bx to the power of 3 plus cx to the power of 2 plus dx to the power of 1 plus e. Could you use any letters? Those are just the letters that I chose. And it could be that B, C, and D, or some of these letters actually turn out to be 0. I mean, A can't be 0 because it needs to be a quartic. But some of these letters could actually end up being 0, but we'll find that out a little bit later. Now, essentially what we're saying is that when x equals negative 3, then y equals 282. So what you could do is you could put this into that equation. So equation 1 would be 282 equals a times negative 3 to the power of 4, which ends up being, I think, 81. And then, plus negative 3 to the power of 3, which is negative 27, so on and so forth. Negative 27b, blah, blah, blah. You get a bunch of other stuff as well. And then, so you'll have a, b, c, d, and e in the equation. And then the second equation will be when x equals negative 2 and y equals 14, and you put that in. So you'll get another equation with a, b, c, d, and e in it. And in the end, hopefully you'll have 5 equations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can do the simultaneous equations with 2 of them to eliminate one letter, and then do that with another 2 to eliminate another letter, and keep going down until you've got lots of the, so you've only got 2 equations with 2 unknowns, but it's a whole lot of work, and I couldn't be bothered doing all of that. I don't believe an exam question would ask you this anyway, because it's just too much work to do, and there's not enough marks that they could allocate to this anyway. So I wouldn't bother that with this. If you want to know how to do this, I can show you in class another time, but really I don't believe it's a key skill that you need to know with 4 unknowns. Sorry, with 5 unknowns. With 3 unknowns, yes, but not with 5 unknowns. So the way I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do it on my calculator. So I'm going to go to my calculator page, and I'm actually going to define this graph, define f of x as the generalized equation. So a times x to the power of 4. You must have the times between the a and the x, otherwise it treats it as one variable, ax as one variable, which is not what we want. So we want ax to the power of 4 plus bx to the power of 3, times x to the power of 3 plus c times x to the power of 2 plus d times x to the power of 1 plus e. And it says done. And now what I'm simply going to do is I'm going to put in all of these points that I've got. I'm going to say solve f of, now what was it, when x is negative 3. So when x is negative 3, the whole equation equals 282. And when x is negative 2, the whole equation equals, don't know what's going on there, that's interesting, that the whole equation equals 14. And so you have to have a space and then just type the word and in. There might be a shortcut to and, but I don't know what it is. And then a space after that, and then I've got to keep putting in all of the other points. Where are they? Here we go. Negative 1 and negative 12. So f of negative 1 equals negative 12, and 1 and 14. And f of 1 equals 14, and 2 and 222. F of 2 equals 222. Now that's all I've got. If I push enter now, it'll say argument error because it doesn't know what it wants to solve for. So then all I need to do is just push a comma and then A. You could do comma A, B, C, D if you wanted to, but I just need to put A. And then it will tell me all the values of A, B, C, D, and E. And then I could write that equation out again. So it would be 8x to the power of 4 plus 13x to the power of 3 minus x to the power of 2. Notice the 0. And then minus 6. So that would be the answer to that one. We could have done that using simultaneous equations, but it would just take too long and way too tedious. So hopefully now you've understood how to do this one, at least by using the CAS calculator. It's essentially doing lots and lots and lots of simultaneous equations, but way that that we want to do it much quicker than what we could ever do by simultaneous equations. Hopefully that can help, and so you can do some of the other questions now. So let me know if you've got any more questions. Thanks.